Imagine waking up one day and realizing you've been living for everyone but yourself. Do you feel a pang of regret, or does it hit you like a tidal wave? What if I told you that the very habits and routines you cling to are the chains keeping you from greatness? In 2025, distractions are weapons of mass destruction for the soul, and every notification, every comparison, every mindless scroll chips away at your identity. Have you noticed? Here's the brutal truth: the world doesn't care about your dreams, and no one is coming to save you. Stop pretending you have infinite time. What if today was your last chance to break free? The harsh reality is that the life you're living now could be the one you're stuck with forever unless you choose to change. Are you truly satisfied with where you're heading? Or have you, like so many others, become a prisoner to external validation, desperately chasing applause from people who wouldn't clap for you at your lowest? What would you do if you realized that every second wasted on pleasing others is a second stolen from your dreams? Picture this. You're on your deathbed, replaying your life. Will it be a highlight reel of your dreams fulfilled, or a dark loop of what ifs? This is where Stoicism becomes your lifeline, a compass in the storm, teaching you to take ownership of your emotions, detach from what you can't control, and refocus on the only thing that truly matters: yourself. Marcus Aurelius once asked, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So why do you waste that power on others' opinions, toxic relationships, or fleeting trends? What would your life look like if you stopped trying to impress everyone else? The world rewards authenticity, but how can you be authentic if you're living a life dictated by fear and conformity? This year, 2025, can be your rebirth if you choose. But do you dare? Imagine saying no unapologetically, cutting ties with energy vampires, and silencing that inner critic who says you're not enough. Who would you be without the guilt, the fear, the self-doubt? Would you finally feel free, or would the weight of your true potential scare you more than the safety of mediocrity? Picture yourself walking into a room, not seeking approval, but radiating confidence born from self-awareness and discipline. Stoicism doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means mastering them. Think about this. How much mental real estate are you wasting on problems that aren't yours to solve? Now, what if you redirected that energy into mastering a skill, building a passion project, or nurturing your well-being? Shockingly, most people live their lives like background characters in their own stories. Are you one of them? What would it feel like to finally take the lead role? Do you even know what it feels like to live for yourself? Or have you been conditioned to believe that self-focus is selfish? As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Let that sink in. What are you saying to yourself? If your internal dialogue is polluted with negativity, isn't it time for a rewrite? How much longer will you allow the voice of doubt to dictate your choices, to sabotage your potential? This is your call to action. Stop outsourcing your happiness to people who don't care, to goals that aren't yours, to a future that's slipping through your fingers. How many more years are you willing to waste living someone else's life? Visualize this moment as the fork in your road. One path is cluttered with distractions, obligations, and regret. The other is clear, but demands brutal honesty and self-discipline. Which will you choose? The shocking reality is that no one is coming to save you. No one is losing sleep over your missed opportunities, but you. So, why not reclaim your time, your energy, your life? What's the worst that could happen if you finally focused on yourself? Would you risk failing, or are you secretly terrified of succeeding because success demands accountability? Stoicism is the art of focusing inward, of finding clarity in the noise. And in 2025, it's not just a philosophy, it's a survival skill. What's stopping you from embracing it? Fear of being alone? Newsflash. You already are alone in your mind, your struggles, your dreams. Isn't it better to embrace that solitude and turn it into your sanctuary rather than a prison? When you focus on yourself, you become unstoppable. The kind of person who doesn't just survive but thrives, who turns every setback into a stepping stone, who inspires others by simply existing authentically. Imagine a world where every decision you made was aligned with your values, your purpose, your happiness. How would it feel to wake up every morning, knowing that every action you take is bringing you closer to the life you've always wanted? So, I'll ask you one last time. Are you ready to focus on yourself? To cut through the noise? To take back your power? To make 2025 the year you finally step into your greatness? Or will you let another year slip by, drowning in distractions and regrets? The choice is yours, but the clock is ticking.